What's going on, everyone? Gilman with the Wellthy Stocks, back with another Palantir update video where we take a look at this past week, how it was for Palantir, talk about key levels of support and resistance, some news around the stock, and based on that, what we think Palantir stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below. Subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me go ahead and hit record, and we'll get right into the video. As we can see, Palantir had a little bit of a red end to the week, down almost 3%, a little bit over 3% actually if you count the after hours. So we'll take a look at the 5-day chart and see what that looked like for Palantir. So Monday, actually not a great day for Palantir. Remember that we got the demo day, the double demo day happening late or mid-week, right? So what we had was a little bit of a push down on Monday, bouncing off the mid-22s level, and then we finally got that run on Tuesday that we were hoping for. Unfortunately, though, it wasn't that great of a run because we fell the day before, but since demo day, right, we pretty much fell, going from trading in the 25s, or I guess 26 was the high point of this week, to really selling off and ending the week kind of in the mid 22s. So not a great trading week for Palantir. Unfortunately, not a great trading month for Palantir. It seems like we go up a little and then we sell off again, and especially kind of the 3-month chart, right? We had a little bit of a push up into the 30s, even 40s at one point, but now we're kind of struggling to break out of the low 20s. So let's talk about some events that happened. They're not, major events, but I like looking at things like this. So we got that Brookside Equity Partners LLC bought Palantir Technologies. So they have around 100,000 shares, average price of $27.50. So currently it's in the mid 22. So they're down a little. And then KG&L Capital also has a holding in Palantir of about 60,000 shares. It's not a lot, right? We've talked about Kathy was from ARK Invest having millions. She adds millions at a time. So compared to that, this is nothing, but it just goes to show you that, more investors have added a Palantir in their portfolio recently, which is definitely, better than that not happening. So now let's take a look at the daily chart and we'll see what we see. So long-term Palantir, what has been going on. So we got this bull pennant, broke out from that, pushed into the 40s, sold off, ran into earnings, and then 3 things happened with earnings. We had a surprise loss, so that was not good. We had the overall market selling off at that point, so that wasn't good. And then the third thing was that the lockup expirations for the executives that owned a bunch of shares was over, meaning they could now sell their shares. And that's exactly what we saw happen. We saw a lot of selling pressure, which kind of took us in the low 20s. We tried to push up here. 27s was kind of the point we reached before we sold off again. And now, we're kind of struggling a little bit again. So what do we have coming up from levels of support, levels of resistance? We got this 2150. Actually, let me make this line darker just for consistency's sake. We got this 2150 line, and that's kind of what is a little bit worrisome, is we are below this. So we're below the 22 support level, or 22 level. So we've got run room all the way down to the 2150 level if we don't kind of recapture this. So that's our first level of support, and then 20 is kind of our absolute level of support. That, if you guys remember from earlier on, right, we got that head and shoulders. So that $20 is kind of what we had to maintain above. I do think we're going to maintain above that, so I'm not too worried there. And then on the push up, we got this 2280, 2370s, and then 2408. So those are kind of, 2360 and then 2408. Those are the 3 levels that we have to break above. The real challenge, I think, comes here at 25. As you can see, we went above it, came right below it. And really, if we go back kind of here to in early March, you take a look at, every time we hit up against it, we couldn't hold it, other than these 4 days where, we went above it for 2 days, came right back down in 2 days. So I think that 25 is going to be a difficult point to break. Unfortunately, we're below all the exponential moving averages, the EMA lines. Not a good sign, but unfortunately, that's just what it is. So looking for a little bit of a turnaround in Palantir coming up. One thing that I do see, and it's not, absolutely certain whatsoever, so don't, go out and maybe buy things based on this, but I think maybe we have some sort of a a bull flag forming. I'm going to draw it like this, so it's a little bit easier for us to see. Again, this needs to be very, very validated before you know, we can still move this down, right? So this doesn't have to be the bottom of it. Maybe we sell off and then we start to rebound, and then we see a little bit of a breakout at the end of this. But I want to draw this on to see, hey, because I did something similar with Apple, if you guys watch my Apple videos, and then we got that breakout. So we're drawing this on for now with the hopes that it stops falling and starts to maybe either consolidate in the middle or maybe push up, and then we'll try to catch that breakout when it happens, similar to how we did back here. So hopefully we get that, because it's been a long time coming. RSI is at 43, so a little bit more on the oversold than the overbought side. The one thing I'll talk about though, overall market, S&P is at all-time highs, QQQ is at all-time highs, very extended, RSI 67, S&P RSI 74. So those are overbought. But if you take a look at IWM, which are kind of some of the small caps, right? RSI is at 53, which means big tech has actually been what's really running the past few weeks, past 2 weeks. So they're making all-time highs because big tech is a big part of S&P, but you know, some of these small caps still have a little bit of ways to go. You know, to all-time highs, we've got about a 5% return, 4.5–5% return. So definitely some potential there. Same thing with the IWG, the growth. IWO. Yeah, IWO, the Russell 2000 growth stocks, right? Decent amount to go. I mean, in this case, we're talking even a bigger potential to all-time highs, about 11% or so. So remember that, you know, if you're investing in the market, kind of keep that in mind. QQQs and S&P are at all-time highs. So if you're investing something, you know, kind of big names, you know, be on the look, be kind of mindful of that. We are, you know, pretty extended. So we could keep going, don't get me wrong, but we could also pull back at any point. And then with Palantir, again, as always, I'm holding my shares, holding those long leaps. Definitely think it's going to do well. I just don't know when it's going to start doing well. Hopefully soon. Hopefully, you know, this bull pennant works out and maybe we get a little bit of a breakout at the end of it and we can catch that like we caught it last time. But yeah, that's all I had for you guys today. Quick one today. Hopefully we see a great green week for Palantir. Fingers crossed. I've hoped that for a little while now. I know you guys have too. And as always, I'll try to keep you guys posted throughout the course of the week on Palantir. That's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.